Hey there, hi there, ho there, YouTube. This is the inspector with today's reaction. I'm gonna do another Watch Mojo's top 10 list. Why? Because my last video didn't get a copyright claim. Oh, I know. I upload these videos in one day, and hey, I already did one, so why not do another? And yeah, it's gonna be kind of long, so sit back, relax, and enjoy this probably over 20-minute video of the Watch Mojo's top 10 uh, most controversial superheroes. And this piqued my interest, and they came out with this shit like a week ago. But this piqued my interest, so I was like, okay, I'm putting this on the list of videos I'm going to react to. So without further ado, let's see Watch Mojo's opinion. Let's see if I agree with this list or not. Big it up, and let's go.
Who are you?
Oh, I thought I didn't put it on the right screen. I'm sorry. Let's go.
Me? I'm Hit Girl.
Damn, she was small.
And that's Big Daddy.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And
Oh my God, it's been a while since I've seen Kick Ass. Because that actress looks so young.
today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 controversial superheroes ever.
The connotations of the word snowflake in our culture right now are something fragile. And this is a character who is turning it in.
Soft as cotton. Your character was soft as cotton, my nigga. Oh my God. You wanted niggas to hate you online. You made those characters and said, I fucking dare you to say something. And guess what? We all did.
Into something sharp.
For this list, we'll be ranking characters who have generated heated debate, upset fans, or didn't age well for one reason or another. We'll be saving anti-heroes and villains for another list down the road. Which of these heroes shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, Ben Reilly.
Why?
Although some comic fans are more open today towards the idea of someone other than Peter Parker adopting the Spider-Man persona, this wasn't always the case.
I don't think I even want to hear your story.
All of you must hear the Scarlet Spider story.
Ben Reilly could tell you about it. He was introduced as a clone of Parker developed by one of Spidey's enemies. Marvel writers initially intended for Reilly to take up the mantle of Spider-Man. While fans were warming up to the idea, a plot thread was introduced saying that Peter was a clone the whole time.
I'm his clone. Or maybe he's my clone. We're not sure.
Backlash to this twist led to Parker resuming his career as New York City's favorite web crawler. Although Reilly has returned to comics and back to life a few times, he's unlikely to ever take the mantle from Peter. Number 9, Gin Genie.
Wow. I didn't know that was comic book canon, but I always thought the Scarlet Spider was just an alternate version of Spider-Man. I mean, shit, I think I've read at least one or two Scarlet Spider comics, but it's been so long ago I don't even remember them.
During an interesting time for the X-Men franchise, a mutant named Gin Genie was introduced as a member of the X-Force. This heroine possesses a superpower with very troubling requirements. In order for Gin Genie to emit seismic waves, she needs alcohol in her system. As she gets increasingly more loaded, her attacks become more dangerous. It was a little problematic to introduce a character who was encouraged to drink more to feel powerful. Fortunately, she didn't last very long. This character was actually killed off in the very first issue of this new X-Force. We wonder if Gin Genie would have had better luck joining Deadpool's X-Force in his sequel film. Number 8, Power Girl. A number of controversies have followed Power Girl. One of her initial obstacles occurred when a retcon turned her from being Superman's cousin to the granddaughter of an Atlantean sorcerer. While that's no longer the case, fans are still very split as to how much Power Girl has been sexualized as a character.
Why aren't you with the boy?
I'm close enough right here, and he's not really that much of a boy, you know? He's 13.
On one hand, the hero-born Kara Zor-El is badass, powerful, and definitely her own heroine. with a stellar reputation. But her revealing costume has been accused in the past of undermining these qualities. Writers have tried to create various reasons for why she wears a suit that highlights certain assets. But no matter what the explanation is, her original costume is always likely to stir up conversation.
It's me.
A little more mature than you, but I see your point.
Number 7. Hank Pym. Hank Pym is notable for not only being the first superhero to adopt the alias of Ant-Man.
Okay, before we get into that, I would just like to say my opinion on Power Girl. Yeah, I noticed the tits too, and yes, the tits were just to sell comics. But I don't know. You can fix that. Like the way they did Power Girl and Injustice 2, that was a good interpretation of Power Girl. Tits weren't too big, her costume wasn't too revealing, and I kind of liked it. I hope we get a live action Power Girl though. I would like that.
But for also becoming Goliath, Giant Man, and Yellow Jacket. However, this brilliant biophysicist also has a dark side that was demonstrated when he changed suits. His most infamous moment came when he was still using his Yellow Jacket persona. Not only did Pym mentally torment his wife, but he also struck her. It was hard to see him as a hero after doing something so criminal to his own spouse. Pym's reputation for angry and reckless behavior may have been one of the reasons MCU chose to make Scott Lang the main face of the live-action Ant-Man franchise.
Hi, I'm Scott.
Did he just say, hi, I'm Scott?
What are you doing here? First off, I'm a big fan. Appreciate it. So who the hell are you? I'm Ant-Man. Ant-Man.
Number 6. Hit Girl and Big Daddy.
I thought we weren't doing anti-heroes.
The film adaptations of the Kick-Ass franchise were already controversial due to the levels of violence on display. But the origins of Hit Girl are even more disturbing once you dig a little deeper. Her father, Damon McCready, aka Big Daddy, seems to think nothing of pushing his young daughter towards a dangerous life of crime fighting.
How was that? Not so bad. Kind of.
And in doing so, made her one of the most badass little girls in the city.
Now you know how it feels. You won't be scared when some junkie...
I'm not saying Big Daddy was in the right for, brainwashing his daughter, because, yeah, when you think about it, he did kind of train his daughter to help him get revenge against the man who put him in prison. That is the movie adaptation, by the way. The comic book went in a slightly different route. But I haven't read the comics, but my brother did. He told me it goes in a slightly different route. But still, although it's a little fucked up, I will have to say Hair Girl will never have to worry about getting into a fight with the guy. Shit, she'll never have to worry about being raped unless she's drugged. I mean, I'm just saying. Was he wrong? Kinda, but his daughter ain't no motherfucking victim.
asshole pulls a Glock.
I wouldn't have been scared anyways.
That's my girl.
The violence Hit Girl faces on a daily basis is all due to Damon's comic book fandom and his desire to live out his fantasies in real life. This backstory was slightly shifted once the pair made it to the silver screen. However, Hit Girl's coarse language and brutal actions still turned heads once footage of the film was released.
How do I get a hold of you?
You just contact the mayor's office. He has a special signal that shines in the sky. It's in the shape of a giant cock.
Number 5. Captain America. There was a time
Wow.
where negative Asian stereotypes were placed next to images of Superman to promote the purchase of war bonds back in World War II. But
Okay.
he's not the only patriotic superhero who appeared in questionable stories. After Captain America appeared in comics with racial caricatures, he was involved in a controversial storyline while the divisive Vietnam War was occurring. When the Secret Empire storyline from 1974 hit shelves and depicted a not-so-veiled reference to sitting President Richard Nixon on the final panel, it was not taken well. Any changes to Cap also can cause immediate blowback. Just ask fans how they felt when it looked like Cap joined the Nazi organization Hydra. Number 4.
Do not bring up that story. Oh my God. It's not like he joined the Nazi organization Hydra. He was brainwashed into believing he was a Hydra agent. And the shit went on for almost a year, bruh. Oh my God. that Captain America storyline had to have been one of the weakest storylines ever. I actually gave up on it. I have those 8 issues, but the best one was the first one. After I got to issue 4, and I was just like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. This was a waste of money.
Extraño. DC Comics didn't get off to a great start by naming an openly gay character Extraño in the 1980s because the name translates to strange. Unfortunately, that's not the only aspect of the character that was bungled. The character's personality, mannerisms, and dress were all meant to embody lazy stereotypes about gay men. Any hopes of Extraño being a part of a revolutionary panel were continually dashed because he never got to enter a relationship. To add insult to injury, the character died after the stupidly named and almost equally offensive Hemogoblin gave the hero HIV. Thankfully, Extraño...
That's too good. That's too funny. You can tell they made that nigga in the 80s. Oh, oh, oh my god. Oh my god. I'm fucking dead. I am dead. Oh my. Okay. Okay. Oh man. Oh man. I know that hurt some feelings, and you have a right to be offended, but goddamn if that wasn't funny. Oh, niggas closed-mindedness is just too hilarious.
has since been resurrected and treated with more respect in modern times. Number 3. Snowflake and Safe Space. In 2020, Marvel Comics decided to bring a bunch of fresh faces to their New Warriors team.
And this is the wrong way to... okay, I've said make new black characters in my honest trailer reaction to the Doctor Strange movie, instead of, blackwashing characters who start off a certain ethnicity and we're just going to make them black. Just do new black characters. This is a example of not doing it right. Cause goddamn, bruh. Goddamn. Like I said earlier in this video, the motherfucker was just daring us. He was, honestly, I think this nigga was trolling the internet. When he wrote this down, I know he didn't think to himself, oh my god, this is gonna be like the next big motherfucking hit. No. The studio said, the comic book company said, look, we need characters to represent the LGBTQ community, and we need more minority characters. Make it happen. And this Marvel was trolling us. Marvel was trolling us, and we all in unison said no. Not even, I don't even think fucking like LGBTQ comic book fans accepted this bullshit. Let's get back into it though.
The roster included a non-binary hero named Snowflake and their sibling Safe Space. The pair were supposedly given those names to make terms that had been used as insults into inspiring heroes.
It's this idea that these are terms that get thrown around on the internet that they don't see as derogatory, to take those words and kind of wear them as badges of honor.
Which, if the characters were drawn better or looked cooler or had better powers, that could have worked. That idea could have worked to take, because it's been done before, of taking an insult or a derogatory term, making it a superhero name, and making an awesome superhero out of it. That shit happens in comics all the time. The problem is that the characters were drawn badly and their powers were fucking stupid. I'm sorry, we weren't gonna accept this. And I'm glad it went nowhere.
However, many audience members thought it was either insulting or far too cringeworthy to use characters just to put a spin on those terms.
Snowflake is the person who has the more offensive power, and Safe Space is the person who has the more defensive power. The idea was that they would mirror each other and complement each other.
Within the first 2 years of these characters being announced, fans started seeing less of them around. It's unclear whether the company will try to rename these characters or let them fade into obscurity. Either way, the pair's history definitely got off to a rocky start. Number 2. The Black Bomber. The Black Bomber was a racist white man who was exposed to a chemical during his time in the Vietnam War. This exposure caused him to turn into a black superhero with no memories of his other identity. Thankfully, this horrifically tone-deaf Black Bomber idea was justifiably scrapped and unreleased. And as a bonus, his failure actually pushed creator Tony Isabella to bring the groundbreaking hero Black Lightning to the world.
Okay.
However,
I didn't know that. Wow. Well, I applaud him for trying to be creative, though.
the idea around Black Bomber wasn't exactly forgotten. The legendary creator Dwayne McDuffie would later make fun of the character in a Justice League comic. His brown bomber tried to show the heroine Vixen that he could help, but just like most people, she saw him as a big joke. Number 1. Big Bertha. Although Marvel's Ashley Crawford, aka Big Bertha, can be very likable and funny, it
I heard of this character, but I don't know nothing about him. Please explain it.
quickly became apparent that there's an uncomfortable part of her character. She has the power to greatly increase her body mass so that she can endure heavy hits and strike back just as hard. Outside of heroic work, Big Bertha works as a model during her downtime. She initially got into the shape of a stereotypical model by getting rid of her mass in an uncomfortable way. Bertha's methods of shedding pounds made it seem like the writers were making light of people who struggle with conditions like bulimia. Although the heroine does often comment on double standards of beauty in society, her disturbing methods are still rough to watch.
Do you agree with our picks?
Wow, that is offensive. Okay. I agree with your number one. I agree with your number one. What? Oh my God. So she's a skinny white woman who turns into a fat woman when she's being a superhero. So the skinny that's persona. Ooh, yeah, no. That's no bueno. Oh man. Oh yeah, they said they weren't gonna do villains. I almost said I'm surprised they didn't do Black Manta, but that's a villain. Okay, I agree with that list. For the exception of they said they weren't gonna do anti-heroes, and yet Big Hit Girl and Big Daddy is on that list. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought an anti-hero is someone who is a hero who doesn't mind killing criminals, which Big Daddy and Hit Girl do all the time, both in the comics and on the silver screen. But okay, I'm gonna do more of these videos. So if you like my reactions, please subscribe, comment, and let me know what top 10 lists you would like for me to do, or what top 10 lists you like from Watchmojo. I personally like the channel, and I'm gonna do more of these, unless I get in trouble. All right. And if you made it this far in the video, just know you are awesome, and don't let anyone tell you different.